Hello and welcome. I am the Suit&Tie, Dip&ChewGuy, and this is channel news for April 5th, 2020. And it's channel news because there is actually news. Upcoming tomorrow night will be a short format dip review. I have those out, I believe, another 8 weeks now. 7 or 8 weeks. Okay? The remaining chew, there are two known products that I know of that are outstanding still. That said, they may be hard to come by at this time due to national events. So, starting on the Thursday coming up, I will start the short format chew reviews. All right, it will basically just be highlighting products, and to begin with, it will just be loose leaves in 3-ounce bags. All right, it'll go over, it will be, I'm thinking pretty short. I am going to do a test run to see exactly how short. I'm guessing it may be actually shorter than the dip reviews, even when they're at their right level, which is not often, but that's another story. So the two outstanding products, and I am guessing there's probably another 6 I don't know about beyond that. They will be gotten at some point and done so the series is complete. There are also English chew products, which I am not even going to attempt to try to get shipped in right now. Speaking of getting things shipped in from England, the dry snuff has still not arrived. At this point, I'm getting a little concerned. I haven't checked my email yet this evening. I'm getting a little concerned that the second and third place prize winners from the last raffle have gotten their stuff yet, and they're just in Michigan. So mail in general right now is getting a little sketchy, and I have a feeling it's about to get worse. So, as I said, upcoming, there will be a short format dip review tomorrow night. I have been doing them on Sundays, and I have the next 7 or 8 Sundays already in the other room in the cabinet. As for the remaining chews, I will do them at some point when they make themselves available to me, basically. But in the meantime, starting this coming Thursday, Thursdays are the nights that I usually do chew reviews, I will start the short format chew review series. It will be, I'm batting around names. It may be something to the effect of Chew Review Part 2 or something like that. Chew Review 2.0. You'll know when you see it. So, moving past that, I have decided that I am going to hold the raffle this month. Although I can see that possibly I will have lower turnout, even lower than last month. I get it, but to keep up some sort of sense of normalcy, that, and I already have the prizes here. I had gotten them like a month ago. I'm going to go through with it. So the review of the product, Tools of the Trade review of the product, will be happening on the 21st of this month. It's a Tuesday. 2 days later, I will open up the raffle for it. That is the 23rd, and it will run from that Thursday through to the next Thursday, which is the last day of the month, the 30th. There are 3 top prizes. The product that's reviewed on the 21st, the raffle running from the 23rd to the 30th, the 3 prizes are all the same thing that was in the review of the 21st. Okay? It is a spittoon product that has not seen the light of day for about somewhere between 41 and 38 years. Not really sure. So that will be happening. It will be $1 entry again, and you can buy up to 3 entries just like this past raffle. So between $1 and $3, and there will be 3 first place prizes. Moving on down the line here, and I am obviously running off a list. Supply. Supply has gone over to Haas 304. The reason for this is because Haas 304 works in a part of the country that has not overly been affected yet, and I hope it remains that way. And he also works in a trade where he has basically go anywhere papers. Like, literally. He's essential to probably national security, I'd imagine. But so he's taking over, and Mississippi Rebel is stepping aside, at least for the time being. He has some concerns about what's going on in his area with the pandemic, and I don't blame him at all. So I hope to have him back in the loop at some future date when it is safe to do so. But as of now, the Appalachia review that I just did was the last product from Mississippi Rebel, and I thank him greatly. He really bridged the gap with the shipment that he sent me, because I believe the last 7 chew reviews were all thanks to Mississippi Rebel. So, sir, I thank you, and I hope all is well. Haas 304, so far so good. All right? I thank you as well. Moving on down the line. Patreon. I did my first soda pop review over on Patreon earlier this week. And I'm not quite sure if all my guys over there saw it or knew about it. I knew I was sort of inactive over there. The problem was I was getting incredibly agitated with how that platform was running. I wasn't getting notifications where I was getting them, but they were days late. Little stuff like liking your comments. Every time I left the site, it would reverse my likes. And when I came back again, I'd be like, oh, I guess I'm liking all that again. Not that I mind doing it twice or 3 times, or as it turned out, 4 or 5. But if you leave a comment, I want you to know that I saw it. And if they're removing me liking your comment, then you don't know that I saw it. So I'm sort of agitated with it. It seems to be straightening out. It oddly coincides with the billing. As soon as they got my money off to the side and took their cut, all of a sudden, whoa, surprise, everything's working as it should. Yeah. So there are exciting things over on the Patreon. Now, for everybody else, it is a Patreon page. It is linked in all the videos. I am not pushing it. I am not selling the idea. It says in the links what it's basically on offer over there. It's just an automated way for me to collect for funding for this channel. This is not something where I'm trying to make a livelihood. I'm not trying to make a profession out of this. It basically is just a way I can take donations, and it's monthly and automated, basically. So I don't always have to be pushing over here. That said, there is stuff over there on Patreon, and for the guys that are over there, I did want to let you know the soda pop reviews are going to expand. I put in an order for soda pop, if you can believe that. And I have a bunch of jerky that's coming in, which is also being supplied by Haas 304. So I'm looking to, I don't know about this coming week, but I'm looking to do 2 reviews a week for at least the next 8 weeks. One will be a jerky review, and I'm thinking it may be on Mondays. And 2 will be a soda pop review, and I'm thinking of doing that on Fridays. That's the plan anyway. I bring all this up because the last video that I did, only 2 of my 13 patrons saw it. So I'm not quite sure if everybody had just sort of given up looking. It is over there. The site will become more active now since they seem to have gotten their together. And that's what's going on there. The overlying thing of basically everything at this point, the virus is going to get ugly. Okay, I'm not going to turn this into a PSA. There will be more PSAs, but as I said in the last video, The time for me warning you ahead of time has come and gone. The time for me to tell you to mentally prepare for a casualty count has also come and gone. The event that I thought to say a few videos back, mentally prepare for, 1,000 death count days, is upon us. Now, I have not looked yet today, but yesterday was 1,099. The day before it actually dipped a little bit. It was only 915, but the day before that was 1,050 something. So the 1,000 count days are here, and worse, I think I might have been underestimating the counts. I did make reference of this in the last PSA, but the numbers that Dr. Fauci has put out, the doctor that's with the president, those sizes of numbers, and knowing that it will peak in about 14 days from now, I'm estimating 14 days counting out, and then another 7 after that before it starts to dip. It's going to be much higher at the peak than 1,000 souls a day. Much higher. In fact, I'm not even sure now. And I've been pretty much sure, if you haven't noticed, and well ahead of the game all the way through thus far. But the numbers that the doctor was putting out as total death count and my 1,000 a day, they don't line up. And I'm afraid to tell you what numbers do line up. So I'm not right now. The virus is basically affecting everything. In fact, it's affecting this channel. Just procuring product, Hoss 304, luckily, is in a part of the country that has very few cases, and is also in part of the country where he may be insulated a little bit from getting a lot of cases, but he's one guy. I usually have more than one person working on procuring things. He's doing a great job right now. Hoss, again, thank you. But, it affects the channel. I can't get anything in from England. Like, the snuff hasn't arrived. I'm sure it's tied to this. Plus, it's all but pointless trying to reorder it now. Because if it didn't get here the first time, it's sure as hell not getting here the second time now. The chewing rope that I had set up private communication with somebody because the shops online won't sell it to America or Americans. I had circumvented that and got somebody to, source it for me. But it's pointless trying to get that in now, too. So now the dry snuff's basically dead in the water. The chewing rope, which was another, 7 products or so that I was going to put on the chew review list, also shot. So we're doing short format chew reviews. And we will continue the short format dip reviews. And on Tuesdays, there will be either tools of the trade, alternatives, or actually, now that I'm looking at it, there is a bubble gum sitting off to the side of me here. So that may be coming soon. But that basically covers everything. And I've run one a little longer than I like to for these news ones, so I apologize. As for PSAs, there's going to be another one coming. There's going to be more than one coming. They'll probably section out certain aspects because for those that haven't caught on yet, there is now another almost bigger problem than the virus itself, and that is the economy. I don't know how anyone would have been able to miss that part by now, but if you have, it's going to be a big issue, and it's going to vary who you are and what line of work you're in as to how quickly things return to normal after this. But I will save the rest of that for a PSA addressing basically just that. Guys, I do hope you all are well. I do hope that you are taking the proper precautions. As I said in that video the other night, the government came out and said, yeah, you might want to wear masks. So anything is better than nothing on that front, okay? I do hope you all are well. Do take care of yourselves, and God bless.